Hello, fellow TIs. Do any of you out there feel as if you have been drafted into war involuntarily? If you are without a family, and in fact, even with a family, do you feel as if you are an army of one? Try not to panic. I'm going to share with you some tips to avoid becoming a casualty of war. First, let's adjust our way of thinking. Keep these words close to your heart. Acquire wisdom. Acquire understanding. Do not leave it and it will keep you. Love it and it will safeguard you. Wisdom is the prime thing. Acquire wisdom, and with all that you acquire understanding. Proverbs 4 verses 5, 6, and 7. Why is it important to acquire understanding? Have you ever noticed that if you were given an instruction, you can only follow through effectively if you understand what was asked of you? In order to cope and conduct ourselves appropriately, we need to understand this gang stalking process. Understand its length, width, and depth, and it will help us to not panic or act foolishly. Second, how do we acquire understanding? Know your enemy. A good soldier must study the enemy and their weaponry. Recognize the enemy. Gang stalkers are like wild, vicious beasts that hunt in a pack, a gang. Describing them as wild beasts is actually scriptural, so even God recognizes them as such. Persons who lack respect for authorities and laws are described as brutes, unreasoning animals. Please examine these two texts, 2 Peter 2 verse 12 and Jude 10, and confirm for yourself. Now, to make you a casualty of war, gang stalkers must first isolate you and or your family. This is similar to how wild animals, after attacking a herd, they isolate their prey. What is the purpose of isolation, you may ask? To them, we appear easier to attack. Why? Because we are no longer a part of a support group. To isolate a TI, the weapons of gang stalkers are many. Isolation may occur using any of the following two techniques. 1. You, the TI, feel the need to isolate yourself from friends and family. And 2. Others withdraw from us. Now they use malicious rumors, gossip, propaganda, lies, and slander to cause others to withdraw from us. But what weapons do they use to make you as a TI feel as if you must withdraw yourself? Together, let's identify it, understand it, and destroy it. What is it? Today, I will share with you 4 aspects. 1. Definition. 2. Purpose. 3. How use, and 4. Origin. What is gaslighting? It is a pattern of psychological abuse. Note, a pattern is involved. It is abuse, it is psychological, meaning it plays upon the mind. Another way of thinking of it is a gradual manipulation process. It is not a one-off activity but a repeated gradual process of manipulation. What is the purpose of gaslighting? To make one doubt their reality or sanity, to make one doubt or re-evaluate their own thoughts, perceptions, or conclusion. Simply put, to topple one's belief. You begin to doubt who you are and what you stand for. Gang stalkers want to multi-eyes, to have a derogatory frame of mind, to make us feel as if we are crazy. So never forget who you are and what you stand for. Do not become somebody else. Let the experience make you a better person, not a worse one. How is gaslighting used? Different sources allege that gaslighting is used in everyday conversation, and that there is both good and bad gaslighting. While that is debatable, I am only focusing on how gang stalkers use gaslighting, and that is not good gaslighting. There are many techniques, but I will only share 3 main techniques. 1. By revealing the hidden thoughts of others. 2. The use of questioning and sleight of mouth techniques. And 3. By illuminating the darkness. Method 1. This is simply telling the person what others are secretly saying about them. Example: nobody likes you. Remember, this will be repeated several times on different occasions in different forms to play upon your mind. How can you deflect the effect of such insidious sayings? You can accept it both as a truth and as a lie. As a truth, say this: true, those who do not like me are nobodies. You don't know them, so who cares if they don't like you? When you examine the members of gang stalkers, they are indeed nobodies pretending to be somebody. As a lie, just look around you and recall the gifts, cards, letters that you received from individuals who demonstrated appreciation for what you have done for them and have clearly told you they love you in different ways. Recall too that lies originate with the demons, so gang stalkers are only expressing the thoughts of demons. So with all your mental powers, shun those demonic expressions. What is even more important is that you must love yourself first and always. If you are not a Bible person, try and remember Whitney Houston's song, Greatest Love of All, which is to love yourself. One way to demonstrate love of yourself is not to conduct yourself in a manner that will make you end up in prison or an asylum. That is what gang stalkers want when they gaslight you. They want you to be so enraged that you set yourself ablaze and do something very stupid. Self-preservation is a key to loving yourself. Remember to acquire understanding and act wisely. Method 2. Use of question and sleight of mouth techniques. Sleight of mouth technique is similar to sleight of hand, where magicians use the hand to give the illusion of magic. Sleight of mouth techniques include but not limited to twisting information, omitting information, and presenting false information. When skillfully used, sleight of mouth techniques give one the ability to sell ice to an Eskimo in his hometown during winter. Here are some examples of questions that are intended to gaslight you or shake your belief. Are you one of those persons who believe that sort of thing? Are you an idiot? Why think that way? You don't remember telling me that? Your mind is going. What are you talking about? When did you tell me that? You don't remember putting that there? Look out for those questions that make you wonder. Did I do that? Did I say that? Method 3. Illuminating the darkness. This is done by bringing to light things that people are not aware of. It may be bringing to light things you don't know about the gang stalkers, or it may be bringing to light negative things we don't know about the target. By doing this, a person will begin to wonder if there's anything else they have overlooked. Once they are brought into the light, they begin to realize that there is a whole unseen world of darkness, meaning things they don't know about. Here are some examples. A. Revealing things about the gang stalkers. Using rhetorical question, my gang stalkers have said these to me. You know how large my gang size is? You know how powerful I am? You know what I can do to you? The darkness that is being revealed here are their gang association, threats of what they're capable of doing, and a host of other things. When gang stalkers are illuminating the darkness, critically analyze the light that they are shedding on the darkness. One thing is absolutely sure here in my case. They are involved in some very dark and shady activities. Remember to acquire understanding and use wisdom when the darkness is revealed to you. B. Revealing negative things about the target. Have you been paying attention to your YouTube commenters? There are gaslighters among them. Here is an example of my first hater. Now, when I upload a video on YouTube, I would watch it immediately after publishing to see what it looks like and if there needs to be some editing. Before I could even complete watching my latest video, this hater posted this comment. Lay off the cocaine. Here is a darkness about myself I was not aware of. I am laying on this person's cocaine. Then 1 week later, they posted another comment. Just point out the facts, yo. Is it not interesting how gang stalkers are hypocrites? Imagine, this person is not taking his or her own medicine. Where did the fact that I was laying on his or her cocaine come from? What fact are they referring to? Is he or she one of the individuals who were parading in front of my house on Saturday, March 19, 2016? I took the liberty to screenshot comments that this gaslighter is posting on other targeted individuals' channels. Can you see the gaslighting comments? On one TI's video, he tells the TI to see a doctor, mate, and get some help. In another case, he says, wow, really loaded with mumbo jumbo, this one. So TIs, please watch out for this gaslighter. What is the origin of gaslighting? Most source material associate the origin of the use of the term with this 1944 movie, Gaslight. Whether the term originated with the movie or it became popular after the broadcasting of the movie is a matter for debate. One thing is for sure, the practice of gaslighting occurred long before that. Let us go back in time. No, not there. Further back. Back some more. No, way back. Way, 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 way back. Ah, yes. That far back. Imagine that from the creation of man, gaslighting technique have been used. And in fact, we're going to see the 3 different ways gaslighting is used. As I said earlier, gaslighting originated with the demons. The first and master of the demons, Satan himself, used all 3 techniques. Now, Eve, what was her belief? She was instructed by her husband Adam that in the middle of the garden there was a tree. And on that tree, there were some fruits, but the fruits were not good to eat. Adam instructed her why they were not good. So examine with me the Bible's account of the first recorded gaslighter and look at the 3 techniques I mentioned earlier, namely, revealing the hidden thoughts of others, question and sleight of mouth, illuminating the darkness. So while there may be other techniques, I'm concentrating on those techniques first used in the Bible. So let's examine the Genesis account together to see how Satan toppled Eve's belief by simply gaslighting her. You can stop the video and read the first 6 verses of chapter 3. Then we can examine the text together. To make his gaslighting very effective, note Satan used a wild beast that was the most subtle or cautious or perceptive or ingenious. Since this animal is so cautious and or perceptive, anything it has to say must have some worth to consider. Note the question posed and watch carefully. It is actually twisting the truth. The question was, did God say you must not eat from every tree? What? God was starving them, or only grass they could eat? Is that true? Note how Satan was twisting the truth. The truth was, they could eat from every tree except one. And that one tree had a specific location. So if they chose to eat from it, it would not be a mistake. It would be a deliberate act of rebellion. They could not give the excuse that they were lost and did not realize that they were in the middle of the garden. Did Eve demonstrated that she had a belief? Well, without any written record, she could tell Satan the truth as she was taught by her husband. Note the gaslighter's tactic is to approach someone they deem to have the least amount of experience and knowledge. Eve did not get her knowledge directly from God, but indirectly. So she was the better choice to become a targeted individual. Satan continues to twist the truth. What did he say? You positively will not die. 100% sure. Look at who is telling you. I'm the most subtle and cautious creature in all the animal kingdom. It doesn't stop there. Satan then proceeds to reveal the hidden thoughts of God. Yes, God knows. That's what he says. Now, what he said after that, Satan sets out to shed light on a whole set of darkness. The very day she eats, her eyes are bound to be open. She's going to become like God. She's going to become a goddess, making her own decision. No need for God anymore. Wow! The possibilities are endless. What happens after that? Eve's beliefs begin to crumble, and she was gaslighted. She acted exactly how Satan wanted her to act. She now became a slave of Satan. Similarly, if we allow ourselves to be gaslighted by these gang stalkers and behave in a manner that they want us to behave, we become their slave. Lacking in both wisdom and understanding, we act in a way that looks like we are the crazy ones. If you're not a Bible person, there are so many uplifting songs, poems, and books that can help you maintain good mental health. If you are a Bible person, continue to use the Bible to acquire wisdom and understanding. I hope sharing my thoughts with you have been beneficial. Please share if you have found it helpful, and do subscribe.